Hey, it's me, GB, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Let's 100%, in fact, Fallout New Vegas. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that's watched this series up until this point. I've really been enjoying it. I know it's not as popular as anything Skyrim or Elder Scrolls, really, but, you know, as a Let's Player, I'm mainly focused on, as I've said many times, just trying to have fun and staying in the moment and thinking of how many people are going to watch this series over the course of my lifetime. What the heck is happening over there? You know, and just focus on the end. I'm trying to be sentimental here. Jesus, I can hear that all the way over there. You know, focus on the end game, right? Having a really good, solid series that I had a lot of fun with, and then how many people are going to watch that series throughout the course of my entire YouTube/Twitch career. That's all I really try to focus on. I'm trying not to just, you know, squeeze every cent out of this YouTube channel, or else I just do Skyrim 24/7. Nevertheless, thank you so much for watching this series, everybody that's been a part of it. We're going to shift complete gears now. We have 2 DLCs remaining for Fallout New Vegas, and the next one is, or was, my favorite. That's likely to, not likely, but it's liable to change, given the last DLC, since now that I'm older, I appreciate things of, like, I don't know, I appreciate certain things more so than when I was a kid. You know, the craziness of the next DLC definitely appealed to me as a kid. Either way, we're going to be shifting gears completely. This is a good time to do so because we've got mainly main quest stuff that all ties into each other. So we are going to be doing Midnight Science Fiction Feature. Investigate the midnight showing at the Mojave Drive-In. And in fact, I'm going to go into the settings and turn up the radio so that we can probably hear the radio transmission that deals with this particular DLC. There should be one, right? Is it Mysterious? Mojave Music, Radio New Vegas, Sierra Madre. It should be this one. Yeah. I think it is, but it might just be music. Is there any dialogue? Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn that off. I think that is related to it. I don't know if that's an actual, you know, copyrighted song or anything like that, so I obviously don't want this video to get struck. But I think, yeah, there should be like a radio transmission for each and every DLC. So anyways, yeah, investigate the midnight showing at the Mojave Drive-In, which we did find in one of my exploration streams. But then I was like, oh, wait a second, let's not go to that. I am all prepared, by the way. I've fully set up my hotkeys with Silence 22 pistol, Pew Pew, Chance's knife, Stimpaks down there, Thump Thump, Hollow Rifle, and Frag Grenades. We're going to be sticking with Pew Pew since this is a brand new weapon. We've also got our stuff here. Probably could have tried to repair it completely, but we got the Combat Armor Mark II, the Park Ranger hat, the Authority Glasses, the Pimp Boy 1 billion, as you can see there. And yeah, we are good to go. My inventory is entirely cleaned as well. Activate Crash Satellite. And before we do that, let's make a big ol' save, because we're about to embark on quite the adventure. Nothing happened since the midnight showing at the Mojave Drive-In hasn't started yet. Ah, makes a lot of sense. Right now it's 4:45 a.m. 12 hours would be 4 in the morning. No, it would be 4 p.m. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We should be good to go there. Now, any games I'm playing off camera, still super duper close to 100%ing the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus off camera, which, if you know the Binding of Isaac, holy crap, is that a tall task. But still haven't played too much after the last episode, so yeah, still have to do those daily challenges. That's pretty much it. Win 2 more in a row and yada yada yada. Nevertheless, there we go. Oh boy. The crash satellite seems to be the source of the strange transmission you received. Old World Blues is recommended for experienced couriers, level 15 plus. Well, we're about 45, so we should be good. You have a premonition that while you'll be unable to return to the Mojave until you solve the mysteries of the Big Empty, you will be able to take anything you can carry with you, and you will be able to return to the Big Empty anytime after completing Old World Blues. If you're up to the challenge, and you have all you want to carry with you, examine the satellite a little closer. The atomic wonders of science await. Take a closer look at the satellite.
In the years before the Great War, Big Mountain had been the home to the brightest minds of the 21st century. Scientists of vision were drawn to the facility to tackle the greatest technological challenges of the era. They sought to create a new world, fueled by technology for the benefit of all mankind. Sonic emitters, space-age alloys, DNA hybridization, force field particle research, autodoc advances in cranial, cardiac, and trauma surgery. The hopes and dreams of a century became realities in the electronic forges of Big Mountain. The nucleus of this research was the Dome, a huge stone facility that held the labs of every science known to man. It was a think tank where no problem could not be solved, where no question could not be answered. The Great War brought a new energy to Big Mountain and its scientists. Although sheltered from the front lines, the scientists waged their own war, fighting their battles at the atomic level. Equations and calculations marched endlessly across chalkboards and computer terminals toward one solution: winning the war. For years, the minds and computers of Big Mountain were a blaze of trajectories, weapon schematics, and nuclear theories. The problems began to outpace the solutions, first geometrically, then exponentially. As the war escalated, so did the questions. On the night of October 23rd, 2077, the scientists received an answer that put all their questions to rest. In the aftermath, Big Mountain's silent experiments went to sleep, their creators slowly dying in the new world that had been left behind. And the great stone in the middle of the Big Empty lay untouched, filled with countless technological wonders. Wonders that, in the end, had been answers to the wrong question.
Such a great idea for a DLC. You feel strangely heavier. A quick inspection of your body reveals faint surgical scars around your head, chest, and back. And I don't remember how this quest kicks off, and I also don't remember how the heck they got us from our situation earlier at the drive-in. But we're in a very strange location, it would appear. Not going to take any more sunset sarsaparillas because we don't have to. We got all the sunset caps that we need, and we have all of the stim packs in the world. This is what we look like. We have a patient gown equipped. Still our weapons and authority glasses and everything else. Also, we have a new quest. Welcome to the Big Empty. Find out where the hell you are. Don't mind if I do. Also, keep in mind, yeah, it's Big Empty because it's like Big Mountain. Big Empty, period, abbreviated, right? So Big Empty. I love that. Door to the sink. And yeah, it's been a long time since I've done this DLC, so I don't remember too much. I do, of course, remember the sink, though. Very, very memorable. Very, very memorable situation we have here. But I don't think we'll explore it too much, because that'll come later. For now, got the think tank to the right, Big Empty to the left. But this requires a key. That'll take us out to the entire map, I think. So let's head into the think tank. A strange feeling of pacifism comes over you, and you find you cannot draw your weapon for some reason. It's true. Trying to click the right trigger, and nothing's coming out. It happens to guys, okay? Don't judge me.
I thought I heard the pacification field kick in. All right, shh. Nobody move. I'll handle this. Be warned, intruder. You are in the presence of a mighty think tank of Big Mountain. The collective geniuses of... We... By Oppenheimer, which one of you self-professed geniuses has been adjusting my volume knob? Who was it? Was it you, 8? Oh, Dr. O, was it? Likely story. O couldn't spark 2 neurons if they were in a lattice of biomed gel.
What? Me? Breaking news, Klein. It wasn't me, all right? I'm the robotical engineer. 8 is sound waves. That's his specialty. You always do this. You always demean me in front of guests. And it's not O, all right? It's...
Enough! Either of you do it again, it'll be the last time. Now... Great. Now I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about?
I had no idea what the heck was happening the first time I played this DLC because I didn't realize this was multiple, computer entities talking to me at once. This is Dr. Klein, the main guy, but we've heard 8, who just talks in, electricity, kind of like Bumblebee from Transformers, I guess, and then also O, who we don't know who that is just yet, but that was the nerdier-sounding guy.
I don't give a shit what you have to say. Tell me why you hauled me here. Now.
That response seemed demanding, as if cutting to the chase. How surgical. Reminds me of... Dr. Klein, a transmission from the Forbidden Zone, coming right at us. It can only be...
If it isn't my old colleagues, the mighty think tank of Big Mountain. Big fools, all of you. It is I, Dr. Mobius, transmitting from my dome-shaped dome in the Forbidden Zone. A zone that is, yes, forbidden to you. Even now, my deadly robo-scorpions swarm across Big Mountain with their pincers and pointy laser tails. Soon, all science will be mine! Even the technology sealed in the Big Mountain research centers cannot save you. So cower in your think tank. Wait for the end. That's all. Goodbye.
Mobius. Always the same broadcast. He's clearly mad, driven insane by his flawed and imprecise kindergarten-level research methodology.
What are we going to do? There's no way we can breach the Forbidden Zone. There's those robot scorpions everywhere.
The Forbidden Zone, where no brain has ever entered, nor ever returned.
Except Dr. Mobius, and the technologies that could save us. They are out of our reach.
And Dr. Mobius mocks us. Did you see his cracked monitor? He's clearly let himself go.
What? Ask the lobotomite for help? 8, I think you need the fluid levels in your logic assist pumps checked.
If this lobotomite responded, Dr. Klein, then it is clearly intelligent, perhaps even displays heretofore unknown levels of helpfulness.
But what of its brain? We scooped that out. We don't even know where we left it. And for putting it back in, none of us have the knowledge.
Yes, but it's still aware and responsive. Look at it. It's regarding us even now, with its big teddy bear eyes. If we ask it politely, and leave the part about the unnecessary, ruthless lobotomizing out, it might be favorably disposed to us.
Lobotomizing. You lobotomize me?
We removed your brain, yes. So soft, barely wrinkled, yet so flush with knowledge and experience. Brain extraction technology has been standard practice at Big Mountain for an immeasurable amount of time.
Once the brain was out, then came the coils. The Tesla coils. The coils of Nikola Tesla.
So what's confusing is that two of the scientists sound pretty similar. That's Dr. Klein, the kind of head guy, no pun intended, and then also, I don't know who have they even said the other person's name, but it's the guy that sounds like this, Brainless Perk. Your brain has been replaced with advanced technologies. Your head can no longer be crippled and is resistant to chem addiction, plus 25% resistance, and shock from bodily damage, plus 5% damage threshold, minimum, plus 1. So those two sound pretty similar, so it's hard distinguishing them. But we also have a female scientist as well, of course, and 8, and O, and Dr. Klein, and whoever that 5th person is.
Yeah, 8, no need to brag. Wherever your brain is, it's transmitting thoughts to you through the
Tesla coils in its head.
This is fortunate in many respects. If your brain was anywhere in the dome, why, you could access your aggression centers.
Circumventing the pacification field. This is a no-no. We have never been in a fight. We do not want that. Reminds me of my days in American High. And Richie Marcus.
So that is some definite foreshadowing there. If we can get... So our brain has been removed. We don't know where it is, and it's like telepathically or whatever. It's sending signals to the Tesla coils in our head. But if we were to put our brain in our head again, we would be able to, like, use guns in this room. So let's see. We have some medicine here.
That doesn't explain the laser sutures on my chest and on my spine.
Darla, was it necessary this time?
I assume full responsibility. I take my duties in the prodding and excision of living, breathing tissue quite seriously. Although in truth, the autodoc had done most of the work already. Quite industrious, almost cut into all my investigations. Once it had removed the brain and I misplaced it, other organs began to cry for direction, using your nerves as telegraph wires. Rather than let them send their signals, I removed them as well. Shh, little organs. Go to sleep in your tanks. Dala loves you.
First was the heart.
Heartless Perk! The scars on your chest seem to confirm what the think tank is saying. You cannot be poisoned. And filters in your artificial blood pump will regulate bleeding and healing, allowing all healing items, chems, to function at a higher level, plus 25%. Robots are now confused by you, and 50% less likely to score a critical hit.
Oh, wait, I mean, second was the heart. Brain was first. Third was the spine.
I love it. It writes itself. We're heartless, we're brainless, and we're spineless. Spineless Perk.
Due to complications with the procedure, your spine has been replaced as well. Your torso can no longer be crippled, and your strength and damage threshold have been increased by 1.
Spine. Totally overrated, that arrangement of vertebrae. Look at me, with my lumbar and thoracic curvature. Never had a use for any of that. Spineless is what I prefer.
You took out my brain, heart, and spine.
That autodoc junk heap was one of Mobius's creations, like the rest of the talking scrap metal in the attic.
After that, the brain lost itself. Not in the metaphysical sense. Might have gotten flushed into one of the pipes. Actually, that's pretty likely.
If so, it was flushed all the way to Mobius. Flush! That is the sound of flushing. By the Fisher of Rolando, enough of this biological surgery talk. Lobotomite, listen to my voice. It denominates me to ask, but we need your help. In most probable of probabilities, our enemy, Mobius, has your brain. This is not good. He will most likely come after our brains next. We want you to stop him, somehow, with science.
With science, you say?
So yeah, Dr. Klein talks in all caps. The one that I don't know the name of yet talks with, like, hyphens at the start and end. 8 talks with static, random symbols. O talks in lowercase. I didn't see how he changed. And then Dala talks. I'm not sure how she talks either. But that's a way to. Well, she has a female voice. Duh. That's the way to differentiate the think tank, which is what they're collectively known as.
First you scoop out my brain. Now you want me to save you.
That is correct, yes. I hope you're not demonstrating resentment now. If you are, well, we can't have that.
What makes you so sure Mobius has my brain?
We have no idea. This line of questioning isn't important to us right now. Why are you asking these tangential questions? Stop it! We need these technologies. You need to get them. You must get them.
You are equipped to retrieve the technologies with your primitive form. We are not.
It's kind of embarrassing. You have hands, and a heartbeat, sort of, and eyes, mostly the hands. There's door handles and lockers and...
Enough! We need your help. Will you help us?
They can put their brains and in tanks and be able to talk and do things and scientific, but they can't create like a robot form for themselves, huh?
I'm listening. Let's hear it.
Excellent. This is turning out much better than the activate the retreat protocols and cower in my room idea I had earlier.
Agreed. Oh, and I've used my robotical knowledge to, transmit the radio map waves to... Settle down, 8. I would have gotten it in a second, all right? 8's transmitted the last known coordinates of the research centers. They, well, move sometimes. Or get buried. Or blow up.
8 is correct. All we need are the schematics. This does not mean we do not want the cold hard technology, however. So do not give in to your biological tired laziness and decide you would sweat too much carrying them. You have a new spine. Use it. And even if you die in the act of reclamation, simply reaching them will auto-transmitify the schematics to us. That is still good. For us.
If you don't tell me what I need to find, I can't help you, all right?
The technologies are the X2 transmitter antenna array, used to focus coherent thought at excessively high frequencies.
The psychoanalytic, cardiac dampening, sneaky stealth suit. A suit like nothing this world has ever heard, seen, or could ever see.
And 8's sonic soundwave emitter projectile gun, able to broadcast sound at lethal frequencies. It also gives a great biogel massage.
There. We have informed you of all we need. We estimate if you are focused, your time investment will be minimal, by our standards. If you work quickly, you will be the recipient of a gesture of gratitude from us. We do not bestow these old-world gestures lightly.
So remember, Avery's backstory is that he has a huge interest in technology. You know, he mastered the way of the gun and has huge interest in not only energy weapons, but I guess just technology as a whole. So even though this is a horrifying situation...
What if I take my time? Explore the crater.
What illogic is this? Keep your filthy, penis-tipped feet out of our labs and secrets.
There are things here no lobotomite was meant to see. Things that would astound and possibly terrify. Terrify!
Yeah, we don't come into your lab and decant your solutions.
Only the magnificence of our monitors allow for true comprehension of the wonders of Big Mountain. Shield your jellied eyes lest they burn from your skull.
So this think tank here is really non-likable. I don't like this group whatsoever. They think they're better than me just because I have penis-tipped feet.
Doesn't sound like my style. Maybe I'll do a little exploring.
You would not dare. Perhaps I can change your mind using the greatest of our sciences, the fence. The radar fence that surrounds the big mountain crater will protect you from straying beyond the facility.
The mighty radar fence protects us all. Get too close to the blinking posts, and the proximity warning shall be your warning. You are too close.
If you get near it, your vision will blur as the electrodes in your head shut off one by one. Click, click, click.
Possible memory loss will occur, along with long-term nerve degradation. It is tied to not having a brain attached to your nervous system. But the nerve degradation is nothing to worry about. Such degradation would take many lifespans to become evident, and all biology dies. Such tiny inconveniences are less than the greater convenience and conveyance. You see, if rendered unconscious by the pylons, you will be returned to the sink, seemingly instantaneously by your deadened perceptions.
How the heck did they get me here? I wonder if that'll ever be talked about, because I don't think I put too much thought into it when I first did this DLC, but how the heck did I go from like a little satellite to being here and lobotomized?
So I can't leave.
Oh, Dr. Klein? Dr. Klein? If I may intersect for a moment.
What is it? The lobotomite is asking me things, and I'm trying to ignore them. My processors can't ignore you both at the same time.
Well, you know how we asked it to fetch the sonic emitter thing? Turns out we already have it. What are the odds?
What is this, a high school science fair? Get your act together. You're making us look like a collection of round earthers.
You're always yelling. My receptors can't take it anymore. And neither can my feelings.
I am yelling because you contaminated specimens can't keep your probes off the volume knob on my voice module.
If there's a weapon you can give me, hand it over. I'll put it to good use.
It is truly the end of all intelligence when the lobotomite speaks more wisdom than you geniuses. So, if we have the sound wave, sonic projecto thing gun, then what in Heisenberg's name do we need from X8? Anyone?
I believe we need a new frequency embedded into the gun. It was designed to broadcast many sounds once charged. We just don't know the frequency.
And it is lost in X8, just as X8 is forever lost to us. The sadness of my high school days, the sadness of my youth lost.
Oh, really, Boros? All you did in high school was call me Fink Tattletale and all the kids you hated, you little teacher's pet brown hound.
Give the lobotomite the emitter. Does it have an audio effect frequency loaded?
Oh, I don't think so. Wait.
What is he doing?
I think he's sonjaculating into the gun. Getting it warmed up. Ding. Turkey's done.
You give it to the lobotomite. I'm not touching that thing.
Oh, I don't think so.
I'll do it if you two are going to be ashamed of your own technological needs. Let me give it a little sonic sterilization first. Ooh. All right. All antibacterial fresh. Here, my little teddy bear. I have thoroughly removed all Robco Termlink code spew from the device. It is clean, shiny, and ready for your hands.
Jesus. Sonic emitter revelation added. 150 energy cells added. We have energy weapons and guns. I usually don't have energy weapons.
Energy cells have a high expenditure rate. Some extra reserve cells could offset that.
The sonic gun looks like an energy projectile. Got anything that spits lead?
Yes, I believe Watt's electronics tended to make the battery shelf life on the low end.
They certainly did. Batteries for my vivisectors would always come up short right before climax.
I think Watts manufactured holodiscs. Or was it holotapes? Never can keep those two straight. Anyway, we're out of small energy cells. Dala? You have some? Why do we... Actually, never mind. I don't even want to know. And no, I don't want to handle your batteries. Just pass them on to the lobotomite yourself.
This sonic gun looks like an energy projectile. Got anything that spits lead?
What did it say? Spit lead? What, like pencils?
Oh, I think it wants a combustion pistol.
A gun? Are you mad? We can't give it a gun. Guns kill. Leave big open holes in you that are like sores, but worse.
Dr. 8 is correct. We already have given the teddy bear a lethal sonic death ray, filled with his sonic ejaculate and sterilized by my soft oohing. Giving the teddy bear a gun would be the equivalent of following a glass of hemlock with an Abraxo chaser. Delicious and redundantly deadly.
If you're going to bring the Socratic method into it, fine. Give the Loboto bear a combustion gun. Burroughs, don't you have something like that?
Are you mad? We can't give it a gun. Guns... Wait, I said that already. Yes, I have the Cyberdog gun, with the little floppy metal ears and the curious nose sensor. Here.
Fine. Done. That gun makes me uncomfortable anyway. Always worried it's going to hump my chassis. Anything else, lobotomite?
So if you don't have the gun skill, you don't get the K9000 Cyberdog gun. I pretty much always had, 100 guns by this point. But I'm wondering, if you didn't... There must be a way to get it. They wouldn't make the cool-ass K9000 Cyberdog gun and not have you get it unless you have a certain amount of guns, right?
This gun looks really hungry. I'd like to make sure it gets fed lots of bullets.
Fine. Boros, more ammo. The good stuff.
Top shelf ammunition. Let's see. Hollow point? That's worthless, but tasty. Oh, and here's some JFP. As if bullets need jackets. The JFP might make it ill and poop a lot, but when you're hungry, you're hungry.
Nice. This should be enough.
Careful where you're pointing that. That device wasn't always a weapon. It was more like a force field kind of thing. Once.
Force fields prevent us from moving, forward or backward.
They are irritating.
The sonic emitter was specially designed to disable our own safety fields here in Big Mountain. When some of us lost our access passes, Dr. O.
That only happened once. And I know you were behind stealth fielding my lab keys, Dala. You formographer.
Dr. O, you rewind that comment.
Plenty of rewinding already going on in your formography tapes. Surprised the things don't snap out of their cases with repeated observations.
Wait, so this gun you gave me can disable force fields?
Yes. Maybe. Well, no, not currently.
Yeah, we lost that part of the schematics. Or Boros did. In one of his stupid labs. Or inside one of his stupid pets.
It is lost. All questions lead to this conclusion. The blue fields within Big Mountain shall be fielded with force. Forever.
If there's nothing more, I need to stop Mobius.
Fine, so, yes. Get these things for us. Do not attempt to comprehend their complicated schematics. That is for us to do.
I'll head out then, and be back with these... things.
Well, good. What are the token words spoken in this case? Thank you? Yes. Thank you.
Wait, is it leaving? But, Dr. Klein, the lobotomite will need rest, recuperation, things like that. I volunteer my chambers, so it might be stared at. My monitor radar slowly scanning its form to collect sensitive data.
No, that would put it too close to us. It could press buttons, turn lights on and off, and worse, let other lobotomites in.
We could give it Mobius's old room. That's where its brain got scooped out anyway. And plus, some of its parts are already there. Might be more comforting for it to hang out with its spine and heart. Home is where the heart is, after all. See what I did there? Wet literal.
I suppose. We'll have to move that couch out of there. Been putting that off too long.
H says, let the lobotomite take the Sync Central Intelligence personality chip and reinstall it. That stuffy Mobius program butler can walk the lobotomite, feed it, barter with it for us.
It would also prevent it from going to Higgs Village and taking up residence there. With my teddy bears. And it would be nice to have it so close.
Your logic, combined with my desire to keep the think tank lobotomite free, has swayed me. Here, I present the Sync Central Intelligence. Lobotomite, take this chip to the sink, plug it in, and make sure the chip is clean, or it could skip. Then make whatever crude biologic demands you need of the sink. It will cater to most of your hormonal whims.
Darn, we don't have... Shoot. How do we not have enough intelligence? Dang, we need to increase the special stat. I can trade with the Sync Intelligence. Then I need something to activate that function, won't I?
I cannot dispute your logic. Do we have objects to activate the chip's exchange routines?
What, like stuff? Things?
Yes, things.
I don't know. Might be some old Nuka-Cola or Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle caps lying around. It's not currency per se. Still might be enough to trick the Sync's trade routines. Mobius put that test line for caps in the code as a debug command, I think.
I don't believe that was Mobius's reason. His wild speculation concerning post-Holocaust economic systems was quite extensive and of high decibel.
Enough! Surrender these so-called bottle caps, Nuka and Sunset alike. In their role as things, they will serve as adequate test subjects.
All right, here, cap away. Hope that stupid chip chokes on them.
250. We have like about 100,000? How many? I feel like we have 100,000 caps right now. This amount clearly represents a deficiency in the amount of caps needed.
Again, your logic is unassailable in its simplistic need. Oh?
Fine. It's not going to help. That chip will probably refuse them anyway, as stuck up as it is.
Another 250. I'd hate to come back and ask for more. A little extra would guarantee you're not disturbed.
If I were not as intelligent as I am, I would feel as if perhaps I'm being tricked. Impossible. Oh, more.
Why don't you make the lobotomite a bottle cap factory, Klein? Or better yet, give it a ton of things to activate the chip.
And another 250. Holy crap. Hold on, let's be logical about this. I don't need a ton, just as much as I can carry and trade.
Again, the logic of the request is clear. Tonnage is not needed, only adequate weight. Everyone, display your things.
I do not understand, yet I am intrigued by this potential display.
No, wait, you don't need to fill up the emitter again, really. Klein means things for trade. Display for trade. All right, let's consolidate. There's got to be some junk around here. Magazines, useless. More caps, medicinal supplies, useless. Here.
Fixin' things added. Programmer's Digest added. Patriot's Cookbook added. Do another 250s. That's like 1,000 caps. 2 doctor's bags added. 3 stim packs added. Super stim pack added.
Dang, I really wish we had one more intelligence, although if we did, I think they would just tell us that there are other ways to upgrade the sink.
So just plug it into the circular map thing in the sink upstairs.
Yes, you may need to wiggle it in a bit, but don't force it. We can't recode them if you break it. There is no more we can do to aid you, and our patience levels are depleted. Now go. Rest in the sink if you must, but leave us to our research.
If you're done, can we move again? My biogel's starting to crampagulate.
Of course! Go man your science stations! Go! I am surrounded by children.
And there we are! The 40-minute... Oh, man, we got done. I think in the first Fallout New Vegas playthrough, I think it took like 45 minutes. So we got in just a little under time. Not sure how that episode was set up. But yeah, I knew that was coming, and I'm sure you did too. The 40 to 45-minute pure dialogue intro to Big Mountain, which honestly is super duper well written, so I didn't even mind it at all, even though I've seen that many times. We got to level up as well. Let's see, we've got explosives, melee weapons, sneak, and unarmed left. I think we'll go ahead and start increasing sneak. Unarmed and melee weapons and explosives is good, but melee weapons and unarmed would be better for roleplay, but, you know, sneak is just going to give us far better dividends. So let's try to max that out. And next level, we'll get a perk. We might increase that intelligence. In fact, I really don't like being so unintelligent. I feel like Avery is quite intelligent. And there we go. So that's the episode. Yeah, pretty much just dialogue. But let me tell you what, this DLC is my favorite. And I'm not sure if that'll change at the end of this playthrough, but you can see we have an entire world map of just so many fun things to find. This is the DLC where they just had the most fun, in my opinion, and that's what I liked about it. I like fun, and that's what this DLC is. So we're going to end here and fully explore Big Mountain in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Trust me, it gets super duper good after all that dialogue. Thanks to the patrons at the end of the video. If you'd like to go the extra mile to support me, consider liking the video and or becoming a patron on Patreon. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Hey, it's me, GV. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to catch me live on Twitch, the schedule and link is below. If you'd like to go the extra mile and support me and what I do, consider becoming a patron. You get all sorts of fun little things. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.